Tyler.
My old friend, this will be a
Tournament
to remember.
Impact hits.
I don't know why. I thought you were going to say for some impact hits for Rose Bayon. I was like, no. Crazy. So.
Yeah. Woo.
Wow. Thank you. Oh, wow. That's all.
Sometimes just gesturing is enough, Kylie.
Don't worry, Tyler. I have a great idea. Kylie, can you run the next slide for us? That'd be great.
Huh?
Damn.
If you want your ad read done,
This is some criminals.
The Battle of Pornos.
Me no habla inglés.
My client says no. Welcome back to Mountain Goat Gaming. My name is Alex, and I'm here today
Huh?
Sorry?
Take
Gay? Is that like a share class, Alex?
I just love you all
I
so
knew
much.
you were gonna be coming out of the closet at some point. the bromance relationships you've developed in this hobby are out of this world.
I control the narrative. I'm gonna open up my time stone. John, send me back. Send me back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mountain Goat Gaming. I'm Alex, and today I'm here with a very, very special set of guests. My beloved companion, Tyler.
Okay.
And the best player in the universe? Question mark. Kylie from the Green Dragon.
But the only food for the brave and true comes from that Green Dragon.
Hello, everybody. Good to finally make it onto an episode of this side of the shall we say, cooperative, what would we even call it? Alliance? Is it an alliance?
It's a situationship.
Compact. Let's go with the cooperative compact that we have got going on.
Sure, you can call it that, I suppose. And today we have for you a list review, but not just any list review. It's a list review for a tournament you're both playing in. Awesome, exciting. That I'm also running. Crazy. So,
Okay, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to go in the description below. There, we have the Discord link in there. Please get on it. Do list discussions, hot takes, you name it. Do it in there. Also, comment your favorite team. Basically, there'll be 3 lists per team. Comment your favorite team. Next is, you're sponsored by both Bard's Table and Oz Wargaming. Use code GOATS, GOATS, all caps. You get 5% with Bards, 10% with Oz Wargaming. Otherwise, let's get started.
brilliant. So, Triumph, 900 points with 3 players per team, each bringing 900 points to the table. It's not some crazy triple scenario with 2,700 points that I had to explain numerous times. Because of the release of the players pack and everything, no legacy armies or profiles were allowed. This is a 6-game tournament. 2 hours 45 per round with the time to match up your opponents between the teams. I have chosen the scenarios. I will not be telling you the scenarios.
Okay, so how much is a bribe for one scenario? How much is the bribe for the whole set? And do you take WhatsApp?
Kylie, we're good
I
enough
just don't think
for-
the best player in the universe necessarily needs those
to.
things, but like,
If anything, it
that's
would
just
be
one man's opinion.
a disadvantage to know, because it'd just be too easy, and then you'd throw accidentally.
exactly. That's
Why did you make it that each, like, because there's 3 players on each team, and I'm surprised you didn't make it that, like, each one of the 3 sets plays a different scenario.
It was considered, And then
All
I
right.
thought, yuck, that sounds confusing. And also VPs get a bit wonky.
But
Yeah,
they're all
I think it's
24.
also simplicity. It's simplicity, right? You want to be able to go to every table. If people have questions, you want to be able to quickly identify any questions or relation to the scenario. So
Also,
I don't have a problem
for
with that.
Victoria, at least while we've been in the community, team events, the competitive ones at least, haven't been a thing. Hopefully this is the first gateway into it, and hopefully we can have many more. Win, loss, draw is the name of the game, though. Teams want to be winning games, which generate tournament points. The next tiebreakers after those are just winning games and then victory points. So before we get into the list themselves, I want to give you guys a chance. What planning did you guys do? I don't want you guys, you don't have to reveal your list if you don't want to, but what it went into your very, very planned or very last minute list building, and maybe the preparation you went through with your team. Tyler, you obviously did heaps of planning. Tell us all about it.
Yeah. Oh, listen. Okay, so my fellow two team members definitely planned and already had basically multitude of lists that they were sending me, and I was just like, okay.
Just to be clear, is this the team that also you asked one of the people in your team on the day of list submission whether they were still coming?
We already knew what list he was taking if he was gonna come. And listen, on the day of, I may or may not have been constructing a variety of lists, and then went, okay, I'll just play this one. And so it was not a lot of planning in terms of, for me it wasn't, but for Gabe and Hewen, there was definitely like, Hewen went back to the thing he loved most back in the day, and is sort of his original army, so he has an understanding and grasp of it, especially being in and out of the hobby as frequently as he is. Gabe, I wanted him to feel comfortable with still having a lot of heroes, as well as numbers and model count to support the heroes for the duration of the tourney. Me, I don't care. I wanted just to play with something that I know I love and have fun with, that gives me the idea of Elendil and Gilgalad, but on horse. That's what I wanted to play, something that emulated that, and so I've played that.
There aren't any, you're not allowed double ups of armies or characters in your teams. Obviously, you guys were kind of going between things. Did that come into effect at all?
Absolutely. So, there were multiple lists, and I'm not afraid, and my team isn't afraid to reveal what they are. So, Lothlorien is Hewen, and then Gabe will be Defenders of Helm's Deep. And Theoden was definitely a consistent one that I kept constructing lists with Theoden, and then had to remember and get reminded by Gabe that, hey, I got Theoden and gambling, and I'm like, well, there it goes. King of Rohan, Riders of Theoden, all Defenders of the Pelennor variants that I was trying. So I was like, cool. Either way, Hewen didn't come into effect because I already knew what he was playing.
Fair enough. Kylie, what are you willing to share with us? What are you willing to reveal?
Well, see, our planning for our team. So I'm on a team with Timmy and Theo. And
That's good. Names are important. Hell yeah.
Yeah, names are important. Anyone who knows me personally knows that names for me are very, 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 very hard. And yeah, to this day it still takes me weeks, sometimes even months, sometimes even years for me to remember names. But anyway, I digress. I was actually the last person to be recruited onto the team. Essentially, like, Timmy wanted to play his Eagles and had this idea of, oh, why don't I do like Battle of Five Armies things? And then he found Theo, who kind of wanted to play like Gundabad or something. And then they approached me and like, hey, Kylie, do you want to be on our team? I'm like, yeah, what's your pitch? He's like, Battle of Five Armies. I'm like, oh, Battle of Five Armies, that's great. I'll do that if I can play Gundabad. And then it kind of was an awkward pause of like Theo wanting to play Gundabad, and then Theo going, oh, fuck it. I'll just go to actual Battle of Five Armies. So yeah, that's kind of like our entire thing. It wasn't so much of a planning session, it's more of a, hey Kyle, you want in? Like kind of like that scene from Mean Girls of like, shut up, Get in.
We're going list build.
We're going to try out. I was like, okay, jump into the thing, and yeah, here we are. Away we go.
Awesome.
Planning and list building over.
Fair enough. So there wasn't that consideration of like the classic teams build of like a consistent list and a skew list, or that kind of naturally appear?
I mean, it kind of just naturally happens because we got like the standard front to back core, which is the Battle of Five Armies with Theo, and you can pilot that pretty damn well. And then we got Tim doing Tim things, and if anyone knows Tim, he's probably arguably one of the best Eagle players in the world, and I'm not afraid to say that. He took Eagles back when they weren't cool. Then he took Eagles when they were cool, and now he's taking Eagles when they're OP. So you know, it's a win-win for us. We got Birdman back,
Nice.
and yeah, it's gonna be cool having Tim back playing the Eagles when they're actually gonna be super competitive.
Super viable. Nice.
100%. Let's get into
Me,
it.
I'm just taking shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles.
Shits and
Well,
giggles.
I'm keen to see them emerge. Tyler, you're going to take the first team. We're going to go in sets of 3. Team
Cool.
1.
Okay, Team 1, Army of the White Hand, Good and Bad, and Battle of Foreign Oz. Let's get
Let's
into it.
go.
Jeez.
So, Army of the White Hand, we have Saruman, Urkai Scout Captain, Normal Orc Captain, Oathmaker, and another Orc Captain. We have roughly 7 Crebain. We have a variety of... So we have 8... How many Wildmen is there? That doesn't look like a...
Not as much, actually.
Not as much as I
Mostly
thought.
Scouts, actually. Which,
5, 13...
as we've learned recently,
18.
White Hand really doesn't like those fight 4 spammy hordes, so bringing
It
in a
doesn't.
fight 4 to help.
It's 18 Wildmen, and then I can't even tell you the model count
shit
for
ton of
how
other
many.
stuff.
One more
So-
round.
Yeah, as in model count for the Orc Warriors and the Urkai, but plenty of Fight 4 sprinkled in there. A nice variety, I think. Oh no, is it only the one Wog Rider in there? Just the one?
One Wog Rider,
Yeah,
one
I don't know about the
banner.
one log.
Yeah, that's interesting.
My biggest issue with this list is it breaks the Kylie patented 1 Crebain per 100 points rule, so already gets a thumbs down from me.
Damn.
There was a patent? I didn't
Yeah.
get that memo. When did
Yeah,
that memo
patent
clear?
pending.
Patent
Like all my
pending.
rules. You know,
Okay.
the rule
The
of
three Kings Huntsman thing is still up for debate.
Yeah, rule of 3. Rule of 3 is still out there.
Hmm,
It is still a
I
thing.
have questions.
Okay, rule of 3 is still a thing, right? It's
Okay,
still-
Hashirin is a
viable
different story
rule.
when one of them is a Dalamir. But either way, we digress.
Tell him he's
Moving
a
on.
Hashirin. I don't know what you're talking about.
Army of Gundabad. We have Bolg, Gundabad Orc Captain, Gundabad Orc Captain again, and Goblin Mercenary Captain. We have roughly 44 models, 5 Goblin Mercenaries in the Goblin Mercenary Captain Warband, and a variety of Gundabad Orc Warriors with a variety of war gear. We have 3? Is that
Two-
or no,
two
2
ogres.
Gundabad Ogres, and then we have 2 Warbats. That's interesting.
I will say, Carly, you could convince me to go to 3, but
Yeah.
I also
I
think
think
that
it's
Merc
three.
Warband,
Especially
perfect.
for the ogres, because they're just because of how fight value is working in these days. With like strike and all that stuff, ogres just feel super weak. And because you're not really trampling over a lot of goblins, you're trampling over Gundabad Orc Warriors, which are actually you're paying a
Point
premium for them
hefty.
now.
Yeah.
Like, they're 10 points each. Like ideally you
deal.
want 3.
But
Yeah, I
also,
don't know.
cheap
I don't know how I feel
hell.
about this. Like Bolg is a correct choice.
What's their intelligence? Is they like 9+?
Who knows?
Uh,
But like,
December.
hypothetically, setting up kills for Bolg with some random hurls or even barges.
Those
I
Warbats though are
don't absolutely hate it.
menaces.
The Warbats also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Warbats are great. You could probably go with more. It's one of those awkward things. Like
900
Just-
points is you rise that line between like wanting to just add a heap of the elites or just a heap of heroes. I feel like this
Yeah.
one decently rides the line. 44, they're still D6 fight 4 now. I don't
Yes.
feel as much of a walkover as last edition.
Intelligence
My-
8 on the Gundabad Orc Warriors, by the way.
Yeah.
My biggest issue though with this list is I'm looking at it and I'm going, gosh, this list just feels small. Like it just feels 44 models just does not feel like a lot. I just don't know if the Gundabad ogres are worth. Like I'd rather fill
Just
up
trade
that
him for a brute or
either trade him for a brute, that'd be awesome, 100%, and then potentially, or just get another goblin mercenary captain, and then two more mercenaries, and have another just subtle drop. Trust, I've played games against two goblin mercenary captains that just pop out of the snow and run off the board for recon, and it's a fun time.
That game. That was a fun game.
Yep. Cool.
Next one. Fornos.
Battle of
Version
Fornos.
3.
Ooh, interesting. So we have Aornor, Glorfindel, Círdan. We have 5 Minas Tirith Knights, a multitude of Minas Tirith tin cans with a variety of war gear. Then we have Glorfindel with a banner, and then 17 elves with a variety of war gear, and then Círdan with another 8 elves with a variety of war gear. Max bows, I'm pretty sure that's 15 elf bows.
They've really 15 elf bows. Yeah.
They've really hoarded out. I think the issue I have with this army is, although the 5 Minas Tirith Knights are there, mobility will kill it. Like no march will hurt this army. You just hope you can pull the right scenarios, and hopefully you don't have to move and be as mobile, and go from there. But otherwise, it's always going to be solid. Once it gets into combat, it's going to be solid. It's just whether or not the scenarios allow you to do that.
I suppose as well, like with the team, with how the team mechanics work, you potentially could have this list dodge the problem lists as well, and put it into something that's a bit more favorable, that you're not going to need the mobility as much, or you can survive without the march. So I suppose the team has that going for them, where they do have a bit of pivot in terms of what they've built. The question I really want to know is the army list title is Fornos 900 version 3. I'm really curious.
What version 1 and 2? Yeah.
This isn't mine.
I'm just saying. I'm just really curious.
Yeah, I am curious on the version 1 or 2. Now, before we continue, we can go to the next slide. However, can you explain to us how the matchups are going to be done?
I absolutely can, Tyler. I don't even have to look at the players' fact to do so. Awesome.
Get up a whiteboard. Visual demonstrations help people.
So, and John's gonna do a really cool, that just so you know, it's all green screen, Tyler. Yeah, there we go. No, but I'm sure John's gonna do a great edit in the 2 days we have to upload this. So, there will not be a trading of matchup for matchup. Instead, it's 3 players. Again, the intro to teams tournaments recently in Victoria. Both teams will secretly choose a person to be their lead army. Will simultaneously put them forward. Okay, they're not playing each other, but the remaining 2 players, you go away, decide which of the 2 remaining players you have will face the opponent's lead player, simultaneously reveal them. Of course, that sorts out 2 of the matchups, and then whoever wasn't picked is the 3rd matchup.
Nice.
Yeah, fair.
That's very fair. I find that's very balanced as well, because there's no total list tailoring or lists or throwing optimal matchups everywhere. I really like that.
If it was, and originally it was a 4-player team tournament, and then you had the I go first, you go second, the trading of it, and you get the matchup into matchup. 3-player teams is easier to put together. If someone drops out, it's far easier to get a team of 3 together rather than a team of 4. Yeah. Hopefully that people don't get mad at me.
And it's also a lot less worrying about all of the matchups and things of that nature.
Stuffed over by just getting an absolute counter to your list given to you.
How does tables work? Did you have a mechanic for tables?
I do. So the main thing is you will go away, do your matchups, come back to the TO team, and give us your matchups. We will then give you back the 3 tables your specific matchups will be on. So your lead player versus whoever they chose will be on table A, table B, table C. So you will not know what tables your team has been assigned to already.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So no Elrond and Watcher on the water table.
There's no pick of tables for
Absolutely not. Nope.
Okay.
But we will be assigning tables to a pod. So there will be a range of terrain across those 3 tables.
Sure.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Team 2, Kylie, this is all yours.
Well, apparently we got Battle of Thornos, Defenders of Helm's Deep, and Lothlorien, which sounds eerily familiar to one Mr. Tyler.
However,
before,
this is our first error of the PowerPoint, and I don't know if there will be more, because that isn't Battle of Fornos. You know what list this is?
That's my bad.
This is Rivendell.
That's definitely Rivendell.
And don't worry, Mr. Colasante is hard at work to adjust this at a later stage. And if you can't, John, I need you to wipe
cover that shit
out.
up. Well, we're giving this man so much work. God, out of context, gimme that really does confuse people, huh?
It does. However, there's a reason. Right?
Well, yeah, it's for a bonus point.
Exactly, bonus points
we tried to
for reading the players pack.
Oh, I think the stat was out of the 42 lists submitted, 22 of them did not include the code phrase for the bonus point. So, that's fun.
I don't know. I didn't submit my army list. I had Tim do that for me.
Damn, that's crazy. Get the admin person to do it for you instead.
I did. Gabe submitted
mine.
We
got the bonus point. Awesome. Well done, Tim. Never doubted you.
My highlight of it, Kylie, I'm not sure if I've told you this. My D&D group that I play with, they've formed a team. The day of list submission, I'm in their group chat for the team as well, for some reason. One of them messages the others and goes, guys, don't forget, put in the code phrase for list submission. And they all go, yep, will do. All three forget.
Gold.
I don't understand. I don't get it, but it happened. And that's just how it is. We have to live in exception.
That's magical. That's magical.
Okay, take us through this Rivendell list.
Well, we have Elrond, I assume, as the leader. A couple of knights, banner, a nice block of 13 warriors. We have Glorfindel in there with another block of 10 warriors. Rivendell captain with another banner, double banners for Tyler, which I quite like. I think that is a big thumbs up. And a block of 11 Rivendell warriors. I would critique maybe not enough cav, especially when they don't count towards your bone limit, but you have 40 models, so I can forgive this slight oversight.
I think 40 models, it feels like the primo.
It feels strong. And like the Rivendell army bonus with the free Nature's Wrath once you're broken is pretty clutch. I've been playing that double Wrath with Elrond and Arwen, and the Wrath. It's strong. And then add Glorfindel in there. It's looking pretty good.
I appreciate the captain.
I know which army out of your cluster I want to dodge if I have to play up against your team.
That's valid. Tyler, you don't seem convinced by the Rivendell army bonus, but I believe it won you a tournament in the final game of that tournament. Don't need a response. I'm just telling you. Second list.
Crazy. Criminal. Holy.
Oh, Defenders of Helm's Deep. Alrighty, so we got Theoden, a decent block of 8 Warriors of Rohan, a couple of elves, some Royal Guard. Aragorn Strider, another block of 7 warriors, 2 elves.
Yep.
Haleth is also kicking around there, 5 Warriors of Rohan. Then we got Legolas in Warband 3 with 5 models in the block, with 2 Rohan, 3 elves. Gamling is in Warband 4 with the Royal Standard. Of course, another 7 warriors in his Warband, 2 elves, 5 Rohirrim. And then the final Warband number 5, we do have Gimli with just the 2 elves and 2 warriors of Rohan. Feels like it's cramming a lot of heroes in as much as it can. I am kind of shocked this army hits 40 models. That's what really surprises me here. And yeah, just a lot of power in those heroes. I love the fact that he's brought Legolas and Gimli. I am shocked he's brought in like Aragorn and stuff and not like filled out warbands. But you know what? Respect. You managed to get to 40 models. You've got the 3 hunters as well as Theoden and Gamling kicking in the back.
Huge.
I mean,
and the fight 6 potential for Gamling and Theoden is actually really, really nice. And the fight 5 Royal Guard as throwing spears, just a plug and chug wherever you need, is pretty nice. But I think it's only the 2 Royal Guard that I see. So it's only the 2. So
really it's trying to make up the model count. I think Gimli's also being massively underappreciated at the moment. I think Gimli's not getting his flowers when Legolas is in the army, because as long as you're facing a not all hero army, Gimli's essentially rocking around 3 attacks plus 1 to wound, or when you need to crack, 2 attacks plus 2 to wound.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
One thing I will say for this list too is like, yes, we would have liked to have seen more bodyguard in there, but the army does have, from memory, some decent...
When they're broken, they get to re-roll their failed courage checks. I'm pretty sure.
When this army is broken, friendly warrior models gain a +1 to their courage test they are required to take. Additionally, if the army is broken, friendly warrior models within 6 inches of Theoden re-roll any failed courage test. So
that's what it is.
I can see why they haven't gone for too many royal guard, but my counterpoint is sometimes you're not always going to be within 6 inches of Theoden, because there are some missions where objectives are going to be quite far away, so you probably want to have some more royal guard. But hey, to each their own.
But what if you just kill them? But what if you just kill them?
3 major combat heroes, 2 really nice support heroes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Lothlorien. Carl, you both played a lot of Lothlorien, or a decent amount this edition.
The lady and the lord. We got Galadriel, what seems to be nearly a full warband. 5, 12, 18 models in that warband. Celeborn with what seems to be almost a full warband as well. Orifim, Captain of the Guard with a couple of models, and Rumil with a couple of models. There is a total of 1 sentinel in the army, and a grand total of, I believe it's 9 guards of the Galadriel court.
Yep.
So pretty nasty there. We also have just the 2 banners.
2 banners,
I missed the second banner in Celeborn's warband, so that's pretty strong. And the mirror, of course. So lots of priority control here. Lots of ranged firepower. Standard elf front to back shenanigans. I mean, it's covering all bases pretty damn well. The only critique, actually, it's a pretty big critique, is no addition of Galadriel Knights. And I would happily drop like 3 or 4 models just to get a handful of knights. Just because mobility is king. And as much as I love Orifim and Rumil, you got to drop one of them for a captain with March. Like it's so important with especially the new 6 scenarios, how needed March is for infantry armies. I'm looking at this and going, if you play like fortifications or something like that, I'm worried. I'm super worried.
I'd be willing to skip out on the March if you have like the 2 knights in there. I don't know, Kylie, have you played with or against Orifin lately? Because I read 1 game against him and I was like, oh, my Crebane's gonna hold him up. Nuh-uh. That man wants pigeon pie today.
Look, the changes to heroic strength have made Orifim an actual consideration choice here, which is why I'm saying Rumil or Orifim, dealer's choice. I think you need to remove for the captain. Both are providing something for your list. Like, Orifim's front to back DPS is crazy. The nerfs to strike is mean that his fight 6 is actually prevalent now. But obviously Swift parry is just fucking strong.
So clearly, so there was a comment made in a previous video saying how Tyler has never played against dragons. I have a feeling Kylie hasn't played against Orifin this edition. Do you know what his special rule does?
Yeah, it gives him more strikes.
How many more?
Oh, don't know.
Oh, no,
don't look at me on the screen.
Off the top of my head.
Look at me.
In the eyes. No, we see the screen lighting up.
These criminals.
I'm not pulling up the rules. All right, I'll be honest. I'll take a stab. Isn't it if you roll a natural 6 on the dual roll, you get an extra strike?
Kylie, if you roll, it's so close. Multiply that by fucking 3. If he rolls a natural 6, he goes to 6 strikes.
Just 1.
Thank you.
It was per strike.
Nope. That expression is perfect. Give that. Bang.
Gotcha, bitch.
What?
Gotcha.
Hercules.
So, Kylie, can we agree? No captain, keep spinny.
Keep
spinny sword boy.
Ooh,
He's dead.
why?
He's literally Deadpool. Oh, the DPS is pretty. I think it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I think he's
Okay,
fucking value.
All right. Okay, that's. I will say, it's cracked. Don't get me wrong, cracked. I don't think it's better than Rumel, but I think it's on par.
Yes, I will give you that. That's where
On
I
par.
believe you have to pick your paradigm of how you
Yeah.
want to play. Do you want to play read and reactive? You take Rumil. If you want to play a little bit more aggressive and really try and munch troops, take Orphan.
Because that's like what? 30
That's what this guy's done.
Every combat to
Yeah, it's
double up
massive.
the strike.
It's and the banner reroll still procs it if you hit it off the banner.
Yeah, so
That's
higher.
50%
Probably
basically.
40% with the reroll off the banner. Yeah,
It's beautiful.
that's as strong as Spitfire.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Team 3, I've got this one. Army of the White Hand, Grief of Aemma Fangorn.
I like the paradigm of these armies.
We've got definitely
A swing,
three different.
a mobile, and hopefully a really good front to back.
Let's see it. We definitely forgot to delete this. This was included in the list submission, Kylie. I don't know if you.
Well, someone had to drink Grima to this tournament. Then we noticed he was sitting on that sweet can. Give me that sweet Grima. That sweet Grima. Sorry, Mr. Simmons. You admit you're using Grima. What do you have to say in your defense? Mr. Simmons, your silence will only incriminate you further. No, Mr. Simmons, don't take your anger out at me. No, get back! Get back!
Oh
So-
my lord.
So Saruman and Grima are in the first warband. Couple of Crebain, couple scouts. Has the banner in there on the scout. Urukai Scout Captain, Oathmaker Chieftain. Crebain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crebain.
6 Crebain.
2 banners. There's an cheeky Isengard troll last warband.
Yes, that's what I was going
I'm
to say.
so there for it.
Yep.
I
This
am
is awesome.
also there for it.
Honestly,
However,
and yes.
you're taking an Isengard troll and you're not taking him out with a drum?
But what if I just want a spear supporter, dude?
Can Isengard want to take?
15-inch moving Crebain.
He can't take a drum.
I don't know
Can he
if
take a
can.
drum?
Yeah,
I didn't
He
know
probably can.
I'm
That
pretty
sounds
sure
right.
it can take a
That
drum.
sounds right.
that. It seems suspect. I don't know. She didn't know Orphan special rule. I don't know how much I trust this. Let's all
we don't have to sit there and look
digress.
at it. We don't have to look at it, surely. Surely we just know these rules off the top of our heads. We're just so smart.
Can
So you
take a war
definitely
drum.
Can take a war drum. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, probably drop 30.
But what if I like a spear support? A really
I do
Chad spear
actually
support.
appreciate genuinely the spear support in this list when you don't have
Look,
the Gorolf,
Fight 7 on a stick is nice. Don't get me wrong. I will.
but also
always
moving fast.
Fight 7 on a stick. However, Fight 7 on a stick versus in an army that specifically has mixed race models.
Getting an
In
Isengard
the
keyword, yeah.
Wildmen, the Warg Riders, the Crebain, all of that, and you have a drum that affects all Isengard models.
Additionally, you
But
can
it,
also
but
What do
aren't
you
the
think?
aren't the Dunlandings Dunland?
because of the Oathmaker, they get the Isengard keyword. I'm pretty sure.
Unless they remove that.
Unless they change that, and then fair enough, Mike, you outsmarted us again. Wow, we're really bad at this, huh?
This is pretty bad.
This is
Kill.
really bad. While we're here, we may as well fucking check. No Dunland keyword. We're wrong. Take the stick. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Grief of Aemma. We have Aemma full kit with 5 foot with armor with 8 riders, 3 with throwing spear. Imrahil with 4 knights of Dolomoth, 6 knights of Minas Tirith. We're going majority mounted there, and then Huron on horse with a little foot formation with 6 shields, 6 spear and shield, and a banner on foot. Honestly, only thing, I nearly just want one of the riders of Rohan to have a banner.
To have a banner? Yep. Absolutely.
Obviously, Imrahil is a banner for the Gondor stuff, but I just want someone with Aemma.
Does he count for the Minas Tirith Knights though?
Maybe. I'm not taking the printed, bro.
Yeah,
Not my model, not my role.
never.
I would never.
It's only Dol-Amroth, by the way. That get his banner.
Definitely give a right to Rohan the banner, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, like, I'm curious to see how this list works. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in Huron. I think Imrahil's a little bit too expensive, but Aemir is absolutely insane. 8 attacks with exploding 6s, re-rolling all failed wounds. So you're generally getting 9, 10 strikes at strength 4 re-rolling.
With exploding 6s, it's awesome, right? So it's amazing. I am very I love this Aemir because it just reminds me of one of my favorite models, Theodred. So
I don't know how I quite feel about this. I do definitely agree there needs to be a banner mounted. But again, we come back to the whole issue of March. I think especially if your infantry block with Huron is going to be essentially that warband, just shuffle the 2 knights over to Prince Imrahil's warband and make that Huron a captain. Because I think, again, we're running into that same problem of March in some scenarios can bail you out, particularly when you have cavalry as well. It can just be make or break. It can be so clutch. So
do you just go all mounted? Do you just completely flip it?
Special rule with the general stuff doesn't work on Amy because he's not Gondor. It's like,
I feel like if you could take it captain mounted, it would just solve the list. It would be so easy.
You can do captain mounted.
You
can do a Dol-Amroth captain mounted.
Oh, Dol-Amroth. So he's 5,000 points. Gotcha.
He's 95. It's not that much.
Mounted.
Honestly, just a straight swap. Huron straight for the Dol-Amroth captain, and the Dol-Amroth captain firefight.
And he's fight 6. Yeah, with higher defense as well.
Also, sidebar, last list we have with the White Hand didn't have 1 Crebain per 100 points. Immediately thumbs down.
Immediately fails.
Listen, he can't have a drum and the fucking
Crebain. What are we doing? Per
100. I think it's
that's the rule, Tyler. That's the rule.
I think it's an X-1.
Yeah, I still think it's 100 per. Anyway,
Fangorn, it's honestly, this is the 1 points level where you don't have to think. It's all 3 heroes and all 4 types of ed.
I like it.
Team 4, Tyler. It's all yours.
Okay, we have
but also
Moria,
awesome swing, loves good to go into magic. We'll talk about it for a second because I also know this is a newer player. It's worth talking about their list. They deserve some time.
If it is a newer player, I think this was a really smart choice by the team. Give them something that's solid and forgiving.
100%. And something that just goes, all your bullshit that's going to stop me actually playing my army.
Yeah.
Nah. So yeah, I definitely love it.
Just roll some 6s. You're going to have such a fun time.
Absolutely. Cool. Now, we got Moria, Lothlorien, and Muster of Isengard. Let's get into the first list. Okay, so we have Moria, Dragon, Breathe Fire, Fly, a variety of Moria goblins with shield and spear. We have 2 prowlers in that warband. We have Durbers with another 12 goblins with a variety of war gear, another 2 prowlers. And then we just have another dragon with Breathe Fire and Fly, and another 14 goblins with a variety of war gear, and another prowler. So 5 prowlers all up, 46 models.
I will confirm as well that dragon is the leader, so Durbers can do whatever he wants.
Wow.
Kylie, you seem shocked.
I like the concept. I really do. Double dragon with Breathe Fire and Fly. That's a core of an army if I ever saw one. The thing that I'm getting a little bit hung up on is it feels like it hasn't quite gone into its paradigm. Because if I'm seeing 2 dragons with Breathe Fire, I'm going to shoot you. But he's taken no Goblin Warriors with bow to supplement that. And then in the back of my head, I was like, if I'm not going to go with any extra Warrior Goblins with bow to help out with the Breathe Fire and the shooting, where are my Bat Swans?
Yep.
So it's kind of this really awkward thing. I get the wanting the Durbers because he has a couple of really cool, neat special rules within the army. I would have liked to have seen like some extra Moria goblins with bow because they're just if they're coming to you, they're just going to be so damn useful to have, just to add in a couple of extra shots on top of the fireballs. So not everything is riding on your dragon for the range.
It definitely doesn't
I
need
still
max,
think
even
it's
if it was
strong.
like 8, perhaps. Shooting
Yeah,
the
8, maybe 10. I would even go as far as 10.
Look,
Um,
I'm going to say
yeah.
something controversial. I actually really like this because it's trying to play on the survivability. The issue, though, is no drum hurts this list.
Yeah, that was going to be
Because
my
the survivability, it's like they've gone for the shield and spears, which look, they've definitely calced it. I got no issues probably because they have so many shield and spears. They must just think it's just like the front wall, and the edges just need to survive install, while whatever hero tries to grind out their goblins is just getting breathe fired on, which I don't have an issue. Like I think it's going to be a very swing list, and they can be plugged and chugged into optimal matchups, and then be able to kind of read and react and go from there.
Do you, as an aside, you, instead of taking Durbos here, drop Durbos, drop the Prowlers, bring in a captain and a drum?
I think his paradigm is the dragons. I think he will have plenty of options to remove enemy banners. You're not relying on your goblins to win if they're stuck at fight 3. You already have Harbinger, so the drum doesn't stack. You get 5 value from trapping, but like sure, the whole paradigm is force your opponents to you. Whenever their heroes appear, you fall away from that point, breathe fire on it. You don't care if it kills 4 goblins to do it.
Yeah, you clear.
You're always trying to trade up.
Yeah.
Same way like getting a Druzag would be nice for some bats, but what else are you getting out of it? You don't really need your dragons to fight necessarily in a perfect world.
My controversial take, I would drop the second dragon, go a cave drake, captain, and then a drum, and that's literally like 25 points more. And you just figure out a way to drop some points. But look, I think this is just solid. I think it's just a solid. You can play a variety of ways. I think this is going to be a very swing. Go into some lists and genuinely just cause havoc. Like no one's going to be able to respond to these 2 dragons. Yeah, like optimally. It's just the way it is.
I think this is going to be looking for lists that don't have fearless models that can get into it, or siege engines to put it prone, anything like that, where there's just a shield wall and the dragons can sit there and just have their absolute choice of target.
Yep, absolutely. Cool. Okay, we have Lothlorien, we have Galadriel with the Mirror, we have Celeborn and Haldir. We have, 2 Wood Elf Sentinels, we have 10 Guards of the Galadriel Court in Galadriel's warband, we have 8 in Celeborn's warband, and then we have
that's a lot.
And then we have 2 banners, both that are just Wood Elf banners.
2 knights as well.
And then we have 2 knights as well. And in Haldir's warband, we just have a little bit of Wood Elves and Galadriel Warriors with shield. Yeah, it looks to be quite solid. I really like the way it's constructed. I'm a big fan of Guards of the Galadriel Court. I think you can plug and chug them anywhere, and they just stall a lot of heroes in this game. So
they do. My one criticism for this list is the exact same criticism I had for Humans list earlier, which is no token knights. A couple of knights here would go hard.
There's 2 knights.
And where's the march?
There's
You're
2
running
knights.
a full infantry list.
I'm gonna drop the mic, and I'm gonna tell you that's not Humans list. Thank you.
But also, there are 2 knights there.
There are 2 knights.
But also, I understand like the captain call.
Captain take. It's hard though because they're going
so
for
tough
just
to fit it all.
because you have to compromise somewhere, and it just also depends on the play style. Like not every scenario requires you to move optimally, and you do have 2 casters and the sentinels to try and pull and manipulate battle lines and try and initiate an engagement sooner. So I don't have an issue. If this runs into an all cav army and goes, cool, that guy's within 18, I'm just going to sentinel, see if I pull him. Cool, that didn't work. I'm going to compel one of them, see if that goes off. He's 5 inches closer. Perfect. I'm going to keep moving and keep abusing my magic and util as best as I can. So, okay, next for us. Muster of Isengard. We have Saruman, Grima, two Urkai captains. We have roughly, is that 19 Urkai berserkers? Jesus Christ, who hurt you? Then we have 12 crossbows. We have roughly 9 pikes, and 2 banners all up. I really like it, really solid. I do have a big problem with no horse on Saruman.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly the same thing. No horse, and I think the pike count is a little low.
That was my only thing.
I think you could definitely drop 2 berserkers and get the pike count up to what would that be? 9?
Another 3, so that would have been 12. If you drop 2 berserkers, you get 12 pikes.
I'd nearly say
that's where I think you need to be, because the
drop
pike,
4 berserkers, get the horse in and the pikes.
I don't think we need to be like the American team at Nations Cup and drop the horse. I don't think we need to, because I think the horse at this points level is different from Nations Cup, where it was like 750 points. You have the points to spend, and you want to be initiating things earlier, especially against a list that will try and just kite you and shoot you for a long time prior to engaging, just trying to take off your D5 backline. If they can get rid of some of these 9 pikes and just isolate some of these berserkers and abuse their heroes to just try and breach through it, it's going to be a very interesting time, especially because 900 points has a lot of heroes, and Saruman can't have -1 on all of them. So things to consider. Grima as well being there is cute and all. My biggest thing is all those heroes, like a lot of these lists that have a multitude of heroes, just use their might to just kill whatever is in front of them. They don't need to call moves. All they need to do is confirm kills and make sure they survive. So it's going to be an interesting one. I like it.
But also strong team overall. Dragons, Lothlorien is kind of the base, and then the anti-men list.
Absolutely.
It's going to be pretty scary. I'd assume as not someone in a list. Team 5, Battle of Faunus, Lothlorien, Defenders of Helm's Deep. Kylie, this is all you.
Cool. All right, let's run it. 43 models to start off with, so already looking pretty strong here for Battle of Faunus. Got Aenir, decent block of looks about 11 models in his warband. Only 3 knights though, so that's a bit of a like to see some more there. Glorfindel, Lord of the West on a Ashfaloth, looking at about 9 models in the warband and a banner in there as well. So that's the second banner we got in there. Excellent. Círdan of the Havens with a warband of 9 models. Captain of Minas Tirith, yay! We have the march. We love to see that. 3 models in his warband, and then a Ranger of the North with the macro 6 Hobbit archers, which I think is astounding. I really like the composition. Some thought has gone into this. Personally, I would like to see that knight count a little bit higher, but ticks all the boxes, has everything you need, has all the tools you need. Really like it, to be perfectly frank. I can't really critique much about it.
Yeah,
Drop
3 models, get 2 knights, go up to 5 knights, 42 models.
Yeah, agreed.
Interesting.
That's pretty much where it is.
Tell us what's interesting.
Because this is my list, ladies and gentlemen. So I went with 43 models. I like the model count to stay roughly around there. I could see the drop to 42. The issue is you drop your shield and spear Minas Tirith tin cans, which I really do want the shield wall. And coming from a weekend where I just played Realms of Men, I genuinely like my shield wall. So I would like to retain it as much as possible.
That's valid. Kylie saying that a lot of thought was put into this list. As I know, this is like the 13th list you wrote on the Saturday of list submission.
Yes, it was definitely a rush job.
Maybe that's just
suddenly a lot of conversations that I've had with Tyler recently have suddenly just come into context.
What, can I borrow this army or
no? Just more or less like offhand comments from Tyler, like, man, list building's really hard, man. I hate whispering. Man, you just can't always get what you want, and then just all these little tiny little strings of conversation. Like, it's all been this. He spent like a whole day just sitting in front of a computer, just number crunching out a Battle of Faunus army, and here we are.
Nah, Kylie.
No, Kylie.
No. We're talking 13 different army lists.
No, like completely different. No, there weren't variations. There was just
This was the
13.
thoughts of an erratic.
I was making a joke
Crazy
here.
man.
I was cutting all that stuff out and just going straight to the you've committed to Fornos, and it's just a whole day of Fornos
No.
after the whole army thing. But if that's what actually happened, I mean, you do you, dude.
I will say, Tyler, I think you are genuinely getting very good at list building.
Yes. I think some of my concoctions have won tournaments recently, and it's been very nice. I like getting secondary credit. This is good. Either way, next list. Cool. Kylie, you're up.
Well, another Galadriel with a mirror, another Celeborn following his leadership around, and another Rumil. I'm guessing this is Huon's list.
Oh yeah.
Let's have a look. We've got some knights in there. Excellent. A couple of knights is exactly what we want. We got 3 Wood Elf Sentinels, which is absolutely lovely. Our total the Galadriel court count is at 11, which is a solid enough number there. We got some upgrades to Lorien Guard, which I absolutely love. I actually think that the reroll ones on these guys, particularly when you have the two-handed weapon stuff, particularly when you got Celeborn in there. If you got a +1 bubble with Celeborn, hey, let's index all the way into that, get as much bang for your buck as we can on that reroll ones. So yeah, I actually quite like this. What's the model count? I could quickly bring up. Okay.
I apologize. I have no clue. What is that? 79,
44?
44. Yeah, 44, I think.
I got 42, but
I was
roughly
doing it
Yeah,
in my
do
meager
42.
peanut brain.
honestly, if this is a 42 model army with those, the only critique I have is I think Rumil should be a captain, and I think you're then set. But as it stands, it's pretty strong. Like, if you're gonna rank this out of 10, I think this would be a freaking solid 9.
Yep.
Honestly, the both lists I've seen so far have been 9s and 10s.
Yeah, this is the attrition list,
Yeah.
and it'll hurt you to try and get through. Absolutely, everything being Lorien Guard that's able to.
Yeah.
I
it's
really,
huge.
really think it's undersold for sure.
Yep.
Strong team, Tyler. Hopefully that works out well for you. Did I
The
just?
last one.
Oh yeah, there is one. More
There is a
person in your
third
team.
person. Gabe, don't worry. We love you. He remembered, I promise, for the love of all things. Either way, Kylie continues.
47 models. This looks already pretty strong. We got Theoden, Gamling, Legolas, Gimli, and Haldir. No Aragorn, which surprises me in a way. Also, Haleth kicking around in Theoden's warband, so even more questioning why there's no Aragorn in this list. Solid warbands. A bunch of elves. Let's see the elf count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 10, 12. Elf count is around 13, which is not terrible. It
6
looks
roll
pretty
guard
good.
as well.
I'm trying to see if this army is double banner.
It does not.
It is not, but you got a 6-inch gambling banner. I still think it's probably worth a double banner, especially if you're hitting 47 models. So you probably go down to about 45, 44 with the double banner, which I think would have been worth it. But hey, this list looks pretty strong. I do love the Legolas Gimli combo. I think at 900 points, it's almost a lock-in. Like, Legolas is just an auto-occlude. You might as well at that point bring in Gimli because he's such a good point guard for Legolas. And then the Theoden gambling is just a core of the army with the banner rerolls and Theoden having to be your leader. So Haldir for Aragorn, drop some guys. Dealer's choice, but looks strong. Looks like he can take on a lot of kind of nasty lists that are out there. So yeah, all too Gabe. Like, you should be able to do really well with this, especially with the 30-inch range. So
I will say getting wounds on dragons, 5 mightable, 3 up, strength 3 shots with all the elven guys and all the throwing weapons could do some business.
The more specifically with the dragon matchup, if the dragons got briefed by, I'd be a little bit worried.
Obviously, Theoden's in a building prone.
Yeah, hiding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would be a little bit worried into dragons because they do have a tendency to just be absolute pains in the asses to take out unless they have ridiculously good courage, ridiculously bad courage rolls. I don't think this many elf bows is what you need to actually kill it. But
Yeah.
Gimli in there with some like +2 to wounds and stuff like that. Okay, now we're looking at being able to do some DPS to attract dragons. So
I think it's also the fact that you just have to think breaking the army, breaking Moria, breaking a variety of different lists. It's not just Moria, it's other lists as well, with the shooting, with the amount of mineable shots. Haleth as well being there for Theoden to get up to fight 6 with Harrogrim is actually really
Harrogrim
nice.
is a game changer, honestly.
Harrogrim means that you can actually comfortably, if you've attritioned your opponent with this list and gone, cool, your Dane is now out of might, I will go in, strike with all my, like, a strike with Theoden, strike with others, and just take the risk and go from there. Like, it's just, it's value, it is value town. Haleth also being able to proc the Gambling Banner natural 6 can come up.
And so heroic defenses or something cheeky
Heroic
like that.
defenses can be fine. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, I think the part of the reason why I really like Aragorn within that list is simply because you have essentially a 5/8 Aragorn base, which means minimum fight 9 Aragorn, which, especially with the amount of monsters they're going to be rocking up, it seems
deals with problems. Deal with problems.
It checks a lot of problems there. You're still pretty strong. Like Theoden into a dragon strike with Haleth nearby means you're beating the dragon automatically pre-strike. As long as the dragon doesn't strike, sorry. So
dragons don't have strike. Theoden needs a 3+2 matched the thing. I think.
Finally learned about the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon.
I forgot they're 5/8 now, not 5/7.
Yeah, well, they don't have strike. They just have defense, I believe.
Defense and maybe some of the channeling, I believe.
Yeah.
Defense would be a bit of a problem.
Yes.
Dragon calling defense into amassing games. It'd be tricky. I'd be interested to watch a game with that matchup. So
yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we should do that on the channel. Team 6, Barad-dûr, Lost Alliance, and Linden. Very defined theme for sure, Tyler. These are some of your favorite lists. Let's see how they did. Barad-dûr with Sauron, Menagerie of Orcs. Wow, I hate the way this is submitted. The Mordor Troll Chief with more orcs. There is a banner in there and a second banner for the list, and the Orc Drum. And then the Cheeky Orc Captain with one little Warg Rider. A good amount of models. Has a Sauron. I do like the double threat from the Chief. You can do some hurl to help each other out. There is an argument, of course, to spam out the captains, get the numbers up, give Sauron time, but I think personally, Sauron can often just be locked up and not doing enough for the list. Fight 8, Troll Chief, D8 is just really solid with the 4 wounds. I know people make the argument of the Ring Wraith to help untie your Sauron. I don't think the Ring Wraith is unfortunately worth it at the moment. Kylie?
Dare I say it? I think what you probably want to try to be doing with this list, with the Sauron list, is shepherding with your army. So I think that, I mean, the march on the Orc Captain is pretty important, but possibly another like monster or something in there, just to have a monster on one side of Sauron, a monster on the other side of Sauron, and then your entire army just sitting behind Sauron and 2 trolls. Just to have, like, the trolls are in front, they shepherd, they push stuff away, protect Sauron, protect the orcs, and then basically force your opponent to funnel their entire army through these 3 massive characters.
Is there something missing from the last warband? 124 points, 45 plus 13. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe this has been really strong. Who knows? We'll find out.
120. Wait, 120. Yeah.
There seems to be a lot missing in that last warband, because I was going to say it feels.
Alex will check in on that while you continue talking. I'll let me check the list submission.
Well, let's have a think here. There's about 80 points left in that warband that we can't see, roughly.
Well, your guess is
So,
below. What do you think it is?
If that's like an extra 10 models, that brings your model count up to about 50, 52. Now we're starting to look into a situation where you might actually be able to win with the rest of your armies, particularly if it's pretty heavily mounted. And there's a lot of Warg Riders in that portion of the list, because you got to remember.
No, it definitely says just that.
Yeah.
I will
it's-
open it up. It definitely
I'm
does
going
just
to
say
an
that.
incorrect submission then.
Good job, unnamed person, or I'll be messaging after this.
Yeah.
Oof.
But Sauron,
Next.
Sauron can be strong.
Yep.
I'm interested to see how it goes.
Perhaps troll drum. Drop the drummer, drop the captain, troll
Yeah.
drum.
Take a drum. Troll drum.
Last alliance, Isildur on horse with the One Ring with 13 Numenorians, most with spear and shield. Elrond, the general in the second warband, on horse with 15 warriors, one with banner. Rivendell captain on foot with just the shield, 12 more elf warriors, a second banner.
Yep.
Yes. Look, majority elf is definitely the answer. There is the march. I think Isildur Elrond is probably the better combo of them. You can there are arguments for Gil-galad just for the fight 6 Kingsguard. I don't think Elendil unfortunately comes into the conversation. I really appreciate the captain on foot. It means you don't get too excited about doing something too crazy with him, but a mounted model would be perhaps nice. But when you have another model that can proc your Whirl of Steel, Whirl of Blades,
World of
Blades
Steel.
of Steel, Man of
World.
Steel. Yeah, cool.
Jesus.
Elf Steel. Real Steel.
I will say this looks eerily familiar to a list that you wrote, Tyler, on one of the episodes of the Green Dragon, and
Yep.
I'm just having flashbacks to that.
Yep.
Of like, this is almost model for model like what you had, like it's
Yep.
a big solid block of warriors in Numenor, big solid block of elves.
Yep.
And then just hopefully watch Will of Steel do crazy things.
You
because
need the World of Steel to actually proc though. That's the only thing with Last Alliance. You need to get there. You need to try and corral your opponent's army, and then
you
get
got
into the
30
thick of
models
it.
to pocket though, like
but you need to get
a lot of
there.
attempts.
Well, they need to get to the actual into the actual thick of it to actually proc that special rule, and that's the concern I have with this list. I know the double march is there with the captain,
14
but
bows.
I understand. There's a lot of
I'm
other
just playing
lists.
devil's advocate.
There's just a lot of army lists that just have a lot more bows, or have siege engines, or have an Iron Hills ballista, or have a trebuchet, or have bolt throwers. There's just so many things out there that I just go, they're just big concerns for this list. And it just, when it gets there, yeah, it has some foresight points. It has okay might, but at 900, you're probably getting like I don't know how much the Whirl of Steel is gonna actually save you. I think it's if you're winning more. If you're behind, maybe it helps you, but it will depend. And Elrond, man, that guy needs Horse Lord. That dude needs Horse
That
Lord
dude
bad.
does, like, at least Isildur doesn't mind losing it because it opens up an option for
The
him.
ring, yes, exactly.
Elrond sees any sort of sharpshooter and is shivering in his timbers.
Absolutely. Nice.
And Linden, Gil-galad, 17 Kingsguard with spear and shield, a banner with Kingsguard as well, just in case, I suppose. Círdan of the Grey Havens with 8 more, 2 of them being knights. Glorfindel mounted on Asphalloth, 10 bows, 1 more knight with shield. Yeah, I think at least Kylie and I probably know who this is. Goddamn, this person knows how to pick a paradigm.
Yeah, I still don't know how I feel about this list because on one hand it has Círdan, and Círdan is goated, but on the other hand it doesn't have March. So like,
I don't think you care. Because what if they, fortification points, what if they're 6 inches further back?
This has to be fucking. Who would take Círdan, man? Like in Lind. Why would they take Lind? Yeah. Okay. I think I know this is cool. Okay, that makes sense.
Really, Tyler?
This
I
makes
was
sense.
like, I was
Yeah,
like
it
because the
is.
other one is legacy.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, 18 is 18 Kingsguard excessive? Yes. Do we give a shit?
No.
I
Not
look,
at all.
I think like there are like people could point out problems in the list. I think the person running this list will find a way.
Yes.
As
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Lord, the macro will just be on point.
Yes.
And
And the
when-
and the monotone facial expressions will be there. He won't give anything away.
Yep. I'm very keen. I'm very keen to see this list work because I am so adamant Linden has something. It has something.
Yeah, it has core wins in Kidan.
And I'm sure that it could work.
Come on.
Tyler, back to you.
Okay, Army of Gundabad, Radagast Alliance in Battle of 5 Armies.
Guys, we're not even halfway.
Okay, we're gonna speed this
that.
up then. Let's get it. Cool.
Mm,
Next.
that's me.
Thank you. Army of Gundabad. We have
Thanks,
Bull.
Jimmy.
Gonna...
Give me that in there. Appreciate it.
Bolg, Onfelwog, Gundabad Orc Captain, and a Goblin Mercenary Captain. We have 8 Gundabad Berserkers, 2 Warbats, 2 Gundabad Trolls with Scythe
Oh yeah.
Gauntlets.
That's
This is
a
the
misprint. It's
shit.
not
Let's.
Gundabad Trolls with Scythe Gauntlets. It's Wereworms with Crushing Teeth.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh fuck. That's
That's the conversion. That's what I'm
send
I'm-
me progress pics.
Oh,
What the
you and
hell?
there are no progress pics being released until this army is there.
Kylie, as the TO, I ask you send me. Otherwise, I will
I
not
like having
accept
I
your
don't know- I don't-
submission because it came from Tim. Although I had to submit some lists because people didn't have Google accounts.
Either way, we have 2 Warbats in there, 5 Gundabad Orc Warriors with Shield, 5 with Spear, and then a Mercenary Captain Warran with 5 Mercenaries. 31 models, very much a skew list. It will be very, very interesting how the pilot functions with this list.
We'll see if
I don't
Wiley
know.
rocks up or if the less awesome Wiley rocks up. So
Yes.
Okay,
It's gonna-
Amelia Earhart, tell
Especially
us
now,
the real
like,
list.
I hate the fact that I've had a bit of the list from the other team spoil it for me, but I'm looking at the list going, man, I picked a terrible army to go into some of these teams. Because I have 2 trolls that don't have resistance to magic, and it's been like double casters, double dragon. I'm like,
En
Oh,
el
I'm
nombre
saying
del
whoever
Padre,
is-
del Hijo,
Hell.
Espíritu Santo. That's it.
right there is the problem.
Whoever's got the choice behind who puts lists into you, just pray for no Lothlorien. That's all I'm saying. Or no Sentinel. Oh, yucky, yucky, yucky.
Sentinel
Cool.
isn't too bad because I do have the Warhorn, so I'm not.
Yeah,
worried.
it's intelligent. Either
Oh,
way.
intelligence?
Do you have
Oh,
the
no,
smart horn or?
Intelligence 7 on those trolls. Oh no, but
Oh no.
Okay, so we have Radagast on Eagle with 1 Great Eagle, 1 Fledgling. We have Bayorn, Gwahir, and another Great Eagle and Fledgling. We know Tim. We know how he pilots this list. It's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be really crucial to get him into sort of semi-optimal matchups. But even when he is thrown into the thick of it, I think he'll respond really well. He's played this list enough. I think he knows enough now about the barges, hurls, and rending brutal power attacks within this edition. I think the hurls do hurt him now with the way it works. Not knocking the whole combat prone will be an interesting dynamic for him to have to account for when he does the initial charge, but otherwise it should be a very, very interesting list. So next one, last, we have Battle of 5 Armies, Dane, Legolas, Lake Town Militia Captain, and Nori. Oh my god, Theo went with my recommendation. This is good. Nori's a Chad. Either way, Dane, 7 Iron Hills, a Shield Spear, 1 with Banner. Legolas, we have 13 Mirkwood Elf Warriors with variety war gear, 2 Mirkwood Elves, 11 Lake Town Militia in the Lake Town Captain's Warband. Nori with another Banner and another 6 Iron Hills with Shield and Spear, and then 1 Matic. I love the 2 Elf Knights. I think it's a solid list. 46 models is Chad. I would have liked to have seen 2 Go Riders. That's just me. I would have liked them, but I can understand the points just being very, very awkward for this list. Can be a little bit awkward.
I am
to make it happen.
surprised he didn't go with Thranduil.
He was
let's go to don't get me wrong.
He was definitely not been practicing with Randall for the last couple of months.
I also know that there was like a big discussion because Theo, like in hindsight, Theo probably playing a more traditional army of Gundabad probably would have done us better because he wouldn't have had the craziness of the werewolves. But I do know that he was hurting a bit because every time he came up with an idea, it was like, oh crap, I can't take Radagast. Oh crap, I can't take Whitehair. Oh crap, I can't take Beyond. So it's like all the big power hitters were out for basically Theo from the straight thing because like a whole idea for like Tim, myself, and Theo is we're taking the Battle of Five Armies, like all parts of the Battle of Five Armies. So he was very limited in what he could take, and I was saying like if you don't have sticks like that you want, like the big monster sticks, just take Dane and Thranduil and just run it. So I'm surprised he didn't take Thranduil because he's pretty strong.
I think at the Thranduil, I think Legolas just checks a lot of boxes in terms of what you want your secondary hero to be doing. Nori is a sleeper pick for the value of points. We all know this.
Nori's a fantastic
now
pick.
the objectives as well. And Militia Captain being D6 because it still frustrates me.
Crazy. And having a march outside of Dane is huge.
Yeah.
We all know not having to use your...
are really good in terms of like locking together and what they will do. My worry is being able to check the weird, big, scary things with your only viable way of dealing with the big, scary thing is Dane.
Yes.
And at that point, I'm like, how are you gonna keep cracking through if Dane is your only kind of solve for some of the things like dragons and shit? So that's what worries me. So hopefully we can be really clever with the team putting armies into certain armies because I think that's going to be more important than anything else for us in this tournament. Having seen some of the armies so far, and I feel kind of like that. I haven't seen a bit of a preview and stuff for it, but hey, I'm working.
No, we're not planning to. We're not trying to create Excel spreadsheet. Oh, Sam. Either way, we're not creating Excel spreadsheets to try and game our way through this tournament. We are here just to play and have some fun. Either way, let's get into the next team, please. Cool. Who's next? We have Kylie next, right? Let's get it.
I'm reading these ones. Okay, Lothlorien. Let's throw it for Team 8. Woo! 48 model elf army. That is scary. I don't even know what's in it, but I know it's scary. Gladiator with the Mirror, Celeborn, and Haldir. No captain. Really? Again, guys? Come on. Captain. No knights either. Come on, guys. Knights. But we do have 3 Sentinels, which is absolutely fantastic. We do have not 2 banners, just the 1. We do have some Lorien Guard pickups, which are fantastic. We have a total of 0 Galadrim Court Guard. Okay, so I'm confused. Very confused with why. But we do have some Wood Elves in there. A lot of Wood Elves, in fact, like 24 of them. So be interested to see how this goes, considering we're indexing a lot more into the Wood Elf department with throwing weapons and stuff. So looks to be more of a kite style army than rather than a front to back. So yeah, I'm curious to see how this army plays out, and if the shooting is going to be as strong as it looks on paper.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Next one.
Next, pretty standard, Beorning's army, Grim Beorn. I think that's Max Great Bows.
Yep.
Yeah, yes. Max Great Bows, perfect. Ticks every box for that you want for that. Yeah, strong, good, like kind of pivot army that you can have in your team. I think it's gonna be really good in certain matchups.
25
dragons and stuff that we've seen so far. This is a strong counter into it. So yeah.
Unfortunately, our Riders of AMR Error 404 failed to load is our one-day fill-in. So we do have a Riders of AMR army that will be coming that has not been submitted yet because it's being sorted out at the moment. But I can assure you,
it's probably hitting what, like
it's
40 models?
It's low 30s.
Low
it's
30s?
2 of them are captain, 2 banners, and then just
spam out.
Yeah.
Spam out. Cool. Nice.
Erebor Reclaimed, Host of the Dragon Emperor, and Minas Tirith. Let's run into it. Erebor Reclaimed.
We're going the all hero variant.
I'll be honest. I not only wrote this list, I painted the list as well. So we have Thorin with Orcris, Orinori Dori, Gloinoin, Bofa, Dwalin, Balin, Dane. Now, there were some considerations. You could drop Dane, get your Feely Keely. You're obviously there's no Bomber or Biffa.
No Troll Brute.
No
either.
Troll Brute. This is also for a newer player. And my main thing was it is simplistic, but there are tricks, and he's played other war games before, and I think he can make use of it. I think Dane is just at 900 points, having the second Fight 7 hero, Strength 5, +1 to wound, D8, 3 fate as well. 3 fate is just,
Yeah.
obviously sharing stats is great, but just he can independently just do so much work. Does he profit from all of their special rules? No. I don't care.
He's fearless.
He's fearless, yeah, but he's not restoring wounds, he's not getting might back. But yeah, I don't care. I think you have all the important ones. Bofa to cancel the special rules. Some of the things he can cancel is ridiculous, but you're taking him.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got a lot of the familial ties rocking around in that list.
I think you've taken all the necessary ones. I think Nori Dori
and
absolutely
are pretty freaking good.
I think Balin's a sleeper as well.
I think the sleepers as well, because giving Balin extra will is really clutch, and he's all hero. So
also Balin's just better
for everybody. Everyone has a reroll. You have a reroll. Thorin have a reroll. Oin have a reroll. So yeah, should be some fun. This player.
Burly
also,
across all of the heroes. Yeah. Every single hero basically having Burly right now with this list is pretty freaking Chad. And Thorin having Burly means him and Dane Train are just fighting side by side.
Absolutely. So, and sneakily fast.
Yes. Don't underestimate him.
And that march will catch some people off. First Dragon Emperor list, we have the lowercase Dragon Emperor with 16 Black Dragons with Halberd, Ratabi with 13 Warriors Halberd and Shield with the Cataphract with Drum, Easterling Dragon Knight on foot with 6 Acolytes, Brogear with 2 bows. Kylie, tell us what you're laughing about, please.
I think I know which play inspired this list. And
I would love you to tell us.
I love it on the principle, just because of it's just running into you and say, look, I've got +1 to wound in the front. I have +1 from my army bonus. If you fail, you're just getting punched. You're just getting punched really, really hard. And I just love it for that simplicity. And it's still quick, right? It's still super quick. The only thing I'm a little sad is there's no random war drakes around, because as we said, there's a lot of big heroes, big monsters. Slow acting venom, you get 1 wound through on a dragon, suddenly your life becomes a lot easier. You get a wound through on any of the big heroes, your life becomes a lot easier. And with Ratabi, who is the premier pick to pair up with a war drake, I would have liked to have seen 2 war drakes, but aside from that, I just think this line is just super funny.
Yep.
Honestly, the original version of this list, I have played with it to help this person and stuff. I think was double dragon, no Brogear, double Dragon Knight mounted. I honestly think the Dragon Knight on foot in the lines with +1 to wound, also proccing Black Dragon Fight 5 around them as well. I think it's a solid pick. You're not dying for killing power on a 40 mil, I don't think, but I think you can go either way with it, honestly.
Yeah, as I said, I love the idea behind this list. Could you write a better Dragon Emperor list? Yes.
You definitely don't need 16 Black Dragons.
Hit you really hard, you better believe it. I think the only thing it's missing in terms of tech, because Eastlings are fast enough, you don't really need Cataphracts to a massive point. But I think a couple of Drakes just add you an extra pivot, add you an extra open, particularly because this is 900 points. You're going to see big, scary heroes. You're going to see big, scary monsters. Take something to help you out against them.
Brogear is still valuable as well. Minas Tirith, Denethor with lots of bodyguard, Boromir full stack with more, Sickguard with longer and some shield wall, Faramir full kit with 6 Knights of Minas Tirith for the 5/5 and Fearless.
Oh.
Ingold with a massive shield wall section with a banner behind him. 47 models. No bolt throw or anything, but it's a lot of dudes, a lot of bodyguard, a lot of longbows.
I think the big missing part of this list, where's your second banner? You're rocking 47 models with a shield wall tin can army. You need a second banner. Like, it's I'm not gonna say like almost guaranteed, like almost needed, but I think it is. I think you need the second banner because your line is gonna be
You
massive.
can shed those 3 models, yeah.
Like, it is nearly 12 by 2 wide.
Yep.
This line. Like, you need a second banner.
My other thing with this list is I would have rather have seen Irelas over Ingold, in my opinion, because of how many Citadel Guard you already have, and you can literally just swap those shield and spears and the banner itself into Denethor's warband, into Boz's warband, or even into like Faramir's. But Boz and Denethor could have taken some of those guys. I like Ingold now that he's 5/5 with strike and defense. It's a fantastic combination. I am wondering though, like Irelas with a +1 to wound bubble where you need to actually crunch. It's interesting, but it should be solid. 47 models, still nothing to sleep on. Yes, he doesn't have a second banner, but what if he just have more dudes?
Yep. Also, 6 Knights is a formidable hammer for the anvil.
6 Knights plus Faramir and Boromir. The back, baby, and they're here to put you in the penalty box.
Yeah, I think you're genuinely just hoping, because those Sit Guard are going to be forming a decent portion of the front line, that D5 needs to hold up, and it might not.
Yes.
So we'll see for sure. Team 10, Tyler, back to you.
Cool. Moria, Garrison of Dale, and Host of the Dragon Emperor. Let's get into it.
Shiver.
Okay, we have Moria, Dragon, Breathe Fire, variety of goblins. There's like 9 shield and then spear.
I assume when the Black Shield drum meant normal drum. It's the same point.
I am going to go on a limb and say probably yes, because
Black Shields are just cooler names.
Yes.
Let's assume.
Dragon, Breathe Fire, Worm Magic. Interesting. And then the same exact warband composition. Durbers, and then we have the drum itself, and then 12 more goblins in there with a variety of war gear. Okay.
Shall we talk about it?
I think this is similar to the list that we had mentioned before. I think the second dragon not having fly.
I was about to say, yeah, we got to talk about the upgrade. Worm Magic, you can do some nasty things with Compel into a Breathe Fire, for sure.
Yeah.
Are there other options? Yeah. I'm not convinced, but I could be.
I am convinced. I used to love the Fly Worm Tongue. In fact, that was the combo I used to run back in the day, and that won me tournaments. I think it's even more useful now because the dragon's on 130 mil base. Being able to bring things to you to add more control to the table. Yes, you give up a fireball, but you already have one dragon that's hitting fireballs as many times as it wants on a 2+.
So do you think that the second one should drop Breathe Fire for Fly?
No.
It's hard. That's what I'm saying. I think you wish you could take.
Yeah,
you could have free upgrades like Dragons.
Definitely need the Fly. I think Fly is locking in auto time because of how big your base is. But I like Worm Magic as a pick. I just don't think Breathe Fire with it is what you want. Unless your whole paradigm is it sits behind a wall of goblins, and the wall of goblins runs forward and charges, and then your Breathe Fire magic guy goes, right, you come here, blah, into the line, using goblins to pin them down, collateral, kill Aragorn while he's in combat, stop him from hurt combating because you killed all the goblins in combat with him, and yeah. Maybe that can work. I don't know.
I think it's also setting up 14-inch splash zone, like 14-inch threat range, because you can compel, say you're not technically within 12 inches to shoot their hero. They've declared just out. Yeah. They've declared just out. And you're like, cool, but what if I'm going to compel that one guy right in front basically an inch and a half away from your hero. And you know what? I'm going to breathe fire on that one. You know what's going to happen? Your hero is going to get affected now. So it's an interesting dynamic that I really do like. Also, against large target monsters, it's going to even be more viable. And it's like, cool, I'm gonna use your huge base, and I'm just going to shoot at that large target, and it's going to hit.
Also,
and
against
still
the armies
splash.
that spread out and do the 2-inch bubbles between everything, you could easily just go, these guys are all like a little bit further up. You come here, AoE perfectly.
Set it up for me, yeah.
Pick up an extra 3 models on the AoE. Yeah, can be nasty. Like that's why I respect the
play.
win. I don't know about that.
I need to see it. I need to see
Yes,
it.
cool.
I need to see it on the board for sure.
Okay, Host of the Dragon Emperor. We have the Dragon Emperor, 10 Black Dragons, and then 6 Easterlings. One of them is a Cataphrax with a War Drum. We then have a Captain, a Dragon Knight, and then Borgir. And then how many more guys is that? Is that roughly 21? Or no, 18 Easterling Warriors, 3 Cataphrax, and then 3 Black Dragon Warriors with Halberd, and roughly 45 models. Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
On foot as well.
I don't want to be hard on this player, but
do it. That's what we're here for. Constructive constructive criticism.
I know. That's why I'm saying I don't want to like be super hard. I'm just looking at this list and going, where are all your tools? You don't have any acolytes. You don't have any war drakes. You don't have Rutabi. You've left so much of your toolbox at home just to bring the hammer and the spanner to work. Sometimes you need more than those 2 tools, and I worry so much with only I just worry there's just not enough tools to deal with some of the things.
I think
even just one extra of those 3 tools I just mentioned would help smooth out so much of the opponents that you're going to go up against, so much of the problems you're going to have to deal with, access to certain parts of the army. It's just, I mean, I've ran Host of the Dragon Emperor at 900, and you need every tool you have. Every tool available you need, because you just hit some armies and you just like, I need a way of dealing with this. And if you don't have it, or you don't have the redundancy for it, it's just, you just hurt so much.
Which one do we think is most important? 3, 2, 1, ninjas.
Rutabi.
I think
you can get away with that. Like, I think if you spam out properly, you can make up for it. But those ninjas just do things that the mind cannot comprehend.
They're
little army that
my point. I think war drakes. If you're not going to take Rutabi and you're not going to take acolytes, you need the war drakes.
Shocking. Green Dragons, how many of them? 3?
This is the Kylie hot take. Make sure to talk about it in the Discord. Next.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
Kylie,
honestly,
you're up.
all 3 of them are kind of needed. So, like, split hairs there.
Yep. You're up, Kylie.
All right, let's run it. Team 11, Army of Lake Town, Return of the King, Host of the Witch King. Ooh, interesting army. All right. Master of Lake Town, Bard with the Windlance. Good, correct. We need the Windlance at 900. Braga, Captain of the Guard. Tariel, Philly, Killy, Bofa, Oin. We have the whole team with us there, which I absolutely love. And Alfred the Counselor leading a little warband. We're hitting 45 models.
Is this a
I'm
sleeper?
a little surprised we're only hitting 45. I thought we might hit 4, but I suppose we have the Killy dwarf package with Tariel, which is kind of neat.
And a Windlance.
Why is no kids? I think at 900 you can definitely find place for it, but
they're very expensive.
And they're a liability. They're literally a liability. He doesn't have a horse. He has the Windlance.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. All right, that's crazy. Yes.
I think you could make a case for the kids, because Brad's still good, and the kids do get barred up to a high enough fight.
Interesting.
Sleeper. Honestly, rerolling to wound and +1 to wound from the Tariel and the dwarves.
Don't get me wrong. I love the Tariel dwarf package.
You just want more. You're all about the tools and the options for sure.
I love that. The part of me thinks I feel like you need more models, and then I'm re-examining the list and going, Bugger, where are you getting the points to get it? So I think the kids, honestly, now that I actually have stared at this list a little bit longer and thought about it, it's probably the right call.
Both are for models? Like, are you doing that for 6 more models or 5 more models with 6 more troops?
Yeah, but
Like,
both are
it's
also
tough.
has the
But only
I'll
for
go away.
him and the other 3 dwarves.
I know, but that can be sometimes clutch enough, especially if you can get
Yeah.
Killy into the same target. I could definitely see argument for no Bofa. And just run Oi and Killy Philly, and then use the extra 45 points to pick up an extra
It's like 6.
7-8 models, which could be beneficial. But again, I love my tools. Yeah, honestly, I don't think there would be much I would improve upon this list as it is currently written.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
cool. Next one.
All right. Return of the King. We got Aragorn. We got the King of the Dead. We got Gimli. We got Legolas, and we got a Herald of the Dead. Pretty much all key picks. Surprised there's no Riders of the Dead. I think that is the biggest miss in this list so far. Just 1 or 2 to go grab objectives on the flank or do outrides, or more importantly, reconnoiter. So easy to get a 12-inch moving horse that can jump over anything off the table. Yeah, I think that's the only massive thing. I think a couple of riders are missing. Aside from that, I think this list is perfectly fine. I love it. What they've done with it. Legolas and Gimli, you're running all heroes. Put the ghosts behind the heroes and watch the heroes do the work.
Are you willing to drop the Herald?
But I kind of like the Herald as well because it gives the King of the Dead something to do.
Yeah, I could honestly see just dropping it.
Sorry, one big thing I just realized.
No banner.
Where's the banner? Yes, we need a banner, and we need 2 knights. 2 riders.
Drop the Herald.
Yeah, maybe just drop the Herald for them. Or you can just drop dudes as well. Like you're running army. Sorry, tongue tied. You're running Return of the King, right? Your model count isn't super important.
Okay.
Not like other lists are. Like your army is the 4 heroes. So.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, geez, a lot of.
All right, there's going to be a lot to break down here. I will try and run it as quickly as I can. First of all, 58 models. This is a massive army on the table. It is going to be taking up space.
4 werewolves, 4 specters.
Yeah, 4 werewolves, 4 specters. Pretty nice pickups there. Can we see how many banners they've included? I see 1, 2.
I see 2.
2, I think, is minimum. I could see arguments for 3. We do have 2 Barry White, Captain, the Shadow Ruder, and the Witch King. No Shade. Bit of a surprise at 900. I feel like the Shade is just providing just so many massive buffs in terms of like the no shooting bubble, especially with how much the Shade will cut down on shooting at this size points. But I also appreciate the fact you're not going to be able to get everything in that bubble. But also the +1 to courage to all your orcs is also kind of handy. But you are taking 2 Barry Whites with March on the Orc Captain, so not terrible there. There are some Warg Riders spattered around in the army, which is quite helpful as well. Honestly, I don't mind it in terms of what you get for a Witch King army. It's pretty freaking solid. It's going to do the job. It's got threats. It's got redundancy. It's got scary magic. Yeah, I don't hate it.
If it gets there, assuming it gets there without being absolutely defiled,
I think as well, like 58 models.
It's a lot. You can shed
double
words.
marching at you.
Yeah.
With werewolves that can hyper engage possibly, and a witch can compel to pull things forward to screen another turn of like shooting or whatever to like block that off against good armies. I think you have enough model count to absorb shooting and then hit them with parity and still have quality left to or tools left to deal with it. Because like I'm thinking like Army of Helm's Deep, right? They're just gonna pep you and stuff unless you get the horrible matchup in the scenario where you're like 24 inches apart or something like that. If you're on the center line, you're probably laughing. They're only gonna get like 1 or 2, like two
quality turns of shooting, and then they're freaking like, oh, I guess we're in the thick of it.
Yeah, and then Aragorn goes on his butt, Legolas goes on his butt, maybe Gimli does too, because like double barrel with the Shadow and the Witch King, that's so much taxing on your will. Like,
yeah, it is.
If they want a hero to go down and be paralyzed, it's happening. There's nothing you can do about it.
I will
Absolutely.
say, I've been thinking about like, what does the dragon hate? And I was like, Necromancer. Necromancer doesn't give a shit. Double Shadow of Rudar, -1 to your fate roll, -1 courage.
Yeah,
he just-
like that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Dragons are actually
Shit
surprisingly
scared.
a bit worried.
Yeah.
Particularly if the Barry Whites get in a range and can drop one on their ass. Like,
Imagine you compel the dragon over its lines, and then Chuck go paralyzes at it.
Yeah.
You can do some scary stuff. Obviously, you have to get there. The march hopefully gets you there.
Yeah.
I like.
Even
Worry
black
fireball
dart, even
as
black darting, it actually becomes somewhat interesting at the very end of games. So either way, cool. Next, yours.
Men of the West, Army of Dale, and host of the Witch King. Men of the West, Aragorn, Aemma, Gimli, Legolas, obviously the mounted variety over the bird. Although I think we previously said Aemma is definitely the way to go mounted. Gwahi does a lot of work in these new objective scenarios. He does
Hell
a
yeah.
lot of work. But 33 models, a smattering of all the good stuff. There is one actual banner alongside Aragorn's 6-inch personal banner.
that's fine.
Nothing else super crazy. It has bows, it has throwing spears. Legolas is mounted as well with the armor. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't hate it.
Oh,
You
you
can't-
can-
you
models,
can't-
33.
There's nothing crazy you can do with this list.
Yep.
That other than like the Gwahi, like Imrahil on foot isn't worth it. The twins are meh with the loss of the might. This is probably how to run Men of the West at 900 points.
Mhm.
Other than Bird.
Maybe a captain. Oh no, you don't need a captain. Aragorn's got March. Never mind, carry on.
Love to hear the positivity.
Let's get it.
Army of Dale, Mr. I'm gonna stand still and hopefully that gives me a bonus. Brand, Bard, Captain, double one. Why do I think there was 2 Windlances?
Because you looked at it, it saw Warband 5 and it looked like double Windlands. Either way, one
That's
Windlance.
Just the one Windlance. Smattering six Knights of Dale.
Okay.
I feel like the Knights of
those.
Dale count is a little low. I would like to see that a little higher. Maybe like 9 or so. Get another blister in there. But overall, not terrible. Let me just quickly run the numbers.
It's like 18. Is that 18 Warriors of Dale with Escroc bow? Is that what I'm fucking seeing?
Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah.
It's like what, 61 models?
It's
Or like
58. Oh no,
Yeah.
it'd be 60 square.
60, yeah, something
With
like that.
Windlance.
60.
60 with probably like 18, 20 bows. Like,
That is
yeah,
a
that's
lot.
actually kind of gross. And Bran and Bard are actually surprising.
They're not sleepers. They're
Yeah,
fucking.
they're-
They actually.
They chop. Yeah.
They're not. They're in that weird tier of hero where they're not the Ubers like the Fight 7 Danes, Aragorns, Bolgs, and Azogs. But they're not like the weaker, like mid, like low
Lower
tier heroes that are like your Lasses and like Uglucks and stuff. They're in that weird mid tier range, and they feel that mid tier range really good. So I think whoever's piloting this list is just going to have a really just solid battle line and going to be able to outgrind people. And the Windlance, yeah, a second one will probably be ideal competitively, just to force more engagement in favorable positions. But one's still enough of a threat to just be a pain with the amount of models this person is putting on the table. So
Absolutely.
So-
thumbs up, well done.
This was Host of the Witch King. We have 2 banners. I love Aldrak. I love him so much. 4 Spectres, 2 Wild Riders, a smattering of Orcs. It doesn't look like a lot of models. 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 23, 24, 25, 26,
41.
30. Well, okay then.
Sorry, I
Okay,
gotta cut that
maybe
out.
it is enough worries. The double barrel white solo drop, 90% of scenarios. Well, about there. You're totally fine. Cool. The No Might Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. You
I
can
got
hit
you
them.
for
You have ways.
3 minutes.
You can't do them
Like,
Captain
it's not totally doom and gloom because remember they do have the spectral walk, so maybe you might be able to do something cheeky like run them into a building. They are going to be rolled for first before the rest of the army comes on. So if you can get a warband of decent, like the Shadow or the Witch King's Warband around them, it's okay.
What-
And you know what? Sometimes I've got them on solo drops by themselves into a corner, and my opponent just hasn't rolled well enough to actually go just take him for free. So I don't think it's the worst. I don't mind the solo bolo, but I guess we'll see.
I love all
What
those
if you
so
go
much.
second? And
Yeah,
then
and then it's
those
crazy.
that
Yeah.
if you go second and you roll some shit dice, and then they're right behind a full
'Cause you
warband
can
of stuff.
leave, yeah, you leave that one man little drop space behind you.
I'm just waiting for the game where
Yeah.
whoever this person is, like, go second or whatever, rolls like a 1 and then a 1 and like a 2, or like a 4 or something like that, and then comes onto a table quarter by themselves and wins the game because that one Barry White is in the whole table quarter by himself, getting you the full 3 points for that quarter and just snatches it. I'm calling it now. It's gonna happen with this list.
And then I woke up from the
I-
dream.
Yeah, cool. Army of
Last
Airborne,
two
Rivendell, and
Teams, Tyler.
Army of Airborne, Rivendell, Battle of 5 armies. Let's get into it.
Surprised this is our first Army of Erebor, to be honest.
Army of Airborne, we have Thorn, Stonehelm, Gloin, Nori, Beaufort. What? Where's my Gimli? Okay. Either way,
Great.
next. So we have, how many crossbows is that? It's at 14 crossbows. Then we have one banner in there, and then we have just a shit ton of freaking spear and shields. Is that what
It's a
the
lot of
heck? It's
spear.
27
It's like-
spear
yeah.
and shield.
27.
27.
Fuck it, Jesus.
And then one goat rider. I think
me
you can
3.
drop some spear and shields for some goat riders, please.
A couple more would be nice. I think swapping Beaufort out for Gimli is also nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you could even out your points a bit more with better quality. Like, don't get me wrong, Beaufort's fine. Just Gimli with Gloin side by
We'll
side.
We'll see what the other army list constructions are. Maybe they wanted to do something else. Either way,
Quite
going to the
possibly.
next list. Okay, we have Rivendell, Elrond, Glorfindel, Elladan, Elro here. So we got the twins. The twins are on foot, and the other two are mounted. We have, is it just the one banner? It looks like just the one banner. And then roughly how many elf bows is
Only
that?
8.
8. Only 8 elf bows, and the rest of the
And no knights.
elves.
And no march. Kylie, your list isn't being ticked off.
Wow.
Where are the
Mm.
knights?
I just like 2.
Like-
Like even 2 will do it. I reckon.
Yes.
Where
I
are
think
the
it's just
knights?
because of how much point sync you're putting in. Like, if you had 1,000 points,
Yeah,
I'd
and
be
that's the
fine
thing. You're
with
at
it, right?
36 models. Can you afford like
Why not put
34?
twins on horse? And then just have all 4 heroes mounted, just full send.
What if
like, front
what
to
if you
back,
don't have the model?
burn
If
out
you,
that.
They
that
come
shit?
together, Tyler.
you are correct. I fucked up on that. Hey, look.
I could
Hey, you're
forgive
gonna have-
no knights if Aladan and Elro are mounted, but they're not. So
I think you get the knights. Otherwise,
Eh.
I don't hate. I wouldn't hate the non-max bow if there was the captain.
Just give me Arwen and
Can I say
Captain.
something crazy? I was going to say Arwen captain. You could even get me with like super controversial Lindia captain. Maybe.
yeah,
Tyler,
actually,
don't give me
I
that
could
look.
the Lindia captain for the.
Eh.
See, I've got Kylie on my side. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's happening.
Stinky. I'm taking Arwen every fucking day. of the
Arwen's
week.
Arwen's very good, but I just want to see Linda in an army. He's got forgotten completely.
You know what it is? Like Lyndon's like trying to take Lyndon and make it viable. It's crazy. Next. Okay, Battle of 5 armies. We have Thorin, Beorn, Gwahir, Legolas. What the? Okay.
This is.
I
I'm
love
going to
this.
put down a shield wall, a block of shield wall, and then I'm going to let my monsters do monster things.
Is that's 17
I
shields
can't
here.
wait for the
What
dwarves to
the-
be just a perfect circle around Thorin, holding out while the scary monsters do all the work.
The question I have is there a way-
woo.
is there a way you can get like just one more model to make it 28? Because I feel
Oh my
like
God.
it's likely you could
Surely
get
there
quartered.
was.
I think you
surely-
need every model you can at that point to not be quartered.
What do you
I would
drop?
even drop Legolas's cloak, possibly even just to get that one more model, just to make.
You're not
20.
getting. You're not getting the one. Like you're just not.
I'd nearly
getting
drop to
that.
26. Get that
You-
one Go Rider.
No, you drop the
What?
elven. You drop the elven cloak. You drop one of those elf bows to a sword and shield, and then you take another sword and shield. Mirkwood elf, and you get to your 28 models. Congratulations!
The Legolas elf.
Don't
cloak
do
is
it.
good.
This is great. I like this as a very big skew list. However, if Bayorn goes on a fucking tangent, we're gonna be having chats. Otherwise, it should be interesting.
Final one, Kylie, you have the honors.
All right, we have Return of the King, Usurpers of Edoras. That's the first one of those we've seen, and Minas Tirith.
I wonder who could
Alright.
possibly be playing some of these lists.
All right, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli with 2 Heralds of the Dead and 1 super mega warband with the King of the Dead. It's 21 models. This is an interesting take on the Return of the King. We have a banner in there on the dead dudes. We have a couple of riders in there. I'm surprised with the second Herald, but hey, I guess that means the King of the Dead actually has free reign to do a whole bunch of fun stuff. But again, another shepherding army. Put 3 hunters up front, do what you want with them. I actually don't mind the idea behind all of the warriors in one warband and then everybody else is a solo drop, because some of the fun things you can do with that in terms of like warband drops and deployment, it's really, really fun. It's really funny. I've seen Gimli out on a flank by himself near some terrain and just holding up like a whole warband by himself, just chilling, and then using that fact just to fully out drop your opponent. So I can definitely see some legs for this. Even Legolas and Gimli off on one side doing their own thing, and then the rest down in an optimal position. This list has legs. It has ideas that it wants to do, and with the speed of the dead guys, good luck getting to the warriors if they don't want you to get into them.
But what if I had more warriors because I dropped one of these
Yeah.
freaking heralds? What if I just had like
Yeah.
5 more
I mean,
dudes?
Obviously,
What if I had 26 models? This thing would be sick.
obviously dropping one more herald to like get more warriors is probably the optimal play, but I don't hate it.
As soon as I see a Warrior of the Dead without a shield, I have questions. I
have
think I've become a
concerns.
Herald of the Dead atheist. I don't believe in them at all.
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
There's
I-
8 points spare, and can't. You know who you are. Put the shields on the fucking Warriors.
Get
There's
these
points
men
spare.
a shield. Either way,
Yeah.
I think I just played against an Army of the Dead list this last weekend, and it was just solid, consistent, spammed out 3 heroes, spammed out as many guys as it could, and it was just solid. Good luck catching them. Good luck being in an optimal position to take a charge from them. They are just solid. The more you have, the better off you are.
Yep. Also, Gimli doesn't need the Elven Cloak. He's Chad already. Get
Cool.
Bennett.
All right, next we have the Usurpers of Edoras, 58 models. I think that's like the
Only
max. we've got
7.
here at the moment.
Corbane, though. Kylie fails. Next list, or what are we doing?
You're just reading the list. Okay, we got Freka, Wolf, General Targ, Lord Thorn, Hill Tribes. How many Corbane do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're too short. That's a bit of a sad thing. Yeah. All I have to say is this list is missing 2 Corbane and it's missing a second banner. Aside from that,
Are you just shedding models to achieve that?
yeah, I mean you could
Or
drop.
are you
General
getting
Targ
rid of General
to
Targ?
get
Yeah.
8 Corbane. You could drop a 2-handed weapon off the chieftain, drop a family for my models. Like, you know where you can
There's
get one.
ways. Yeah.
Just saying, 1 per 100. That's
Cool. Last one.
Okay. All right. I'm just having major flashbacks to the previous weekend at Aaron Lewin. 40 model minister. Warrior captain of the White Tower with a warband of 12. Denethor with a warband of 5. Faramir with 5 knights. Irolas captain of the guard with some citadel guard and a warrior minister with banner in there as well. Bit sus on the warband composition there. And finally, the spice of the list. 2 Avenger Bolt throwers.
Mm.
Normally, I would have said I hated it, and then I played Tyler on the weekend, and then seeing Tyler results from the weekend. Okay, I rate it.
Imagine, especially when they use their 90-degree angle to shoot. It's crazy. It's really strong. And you can just shoot so much.
Fuck, I nearly broke my fucking thingy. Ah, shit.
Look, I like the list. I think that Warrior Minister with Banner in Irelas's warband needs to be shuffled off over to Denfor's warband, where there's some extra friends to pick up the banner. Or better yet, stick the banner on a cab model and have it run around with the knights. That could also be helpful there. But overall, quite like the list. It has some serious legs. Bolt throwers are sleeper good in this new edition. I did not realize how good until Tyler opened my eyes to the power of the bolt thrower. So, yeah.
Is
So I'm going to have a lot of fun if they can get some optimal placements for bolt thrower.
Is it just me? Remember looking at the other ministers list we went through, I'm like, we're the same number of heroes plus the 2 bolt throwers. How does this fit it in? Like, obviously, they've shedded models in the warbands, and I totally get that.
They also had more Fountain Court Guard.
They did. But they're the same cost as Shields and Spear.
More.
Yeah, look, the main thing is like still having the 7 Citadel Guard. They definitely don't have as much bodyguard as the other list did. They're still. I like the fact that they had the 2 banners because the other list didn't. I just think this has some definite legs. The bolt thrower, I think
the bolt throwers your only bows as well. Like that could be, you might want some mobile sick guard with bow,
or even just you can't take rangers, but even just Minister tin cans that have some bows. Like you just need something. Like it's the bolt throwers with a spattering of archery that makes it take over, which is really, really nice. So definitely we'll see how this list does.
Well, that is the conclusion of the list review. I think hopefully people will gain a lot of insight into us discussing these lists. Kylie, your debut on the channel, thank you very, very, very much for coming on. Hopefully we'll have you back soon, and perhaps we can make the trip over to the Green Dragon podcast. Any shout outs for anything you might be doing the next 3 months on the channel? That wasn't a shot. That's like a genuine, like, what's like.
I had a request from someone at Arid Lewin to do some sort of a Mordor style army list review like we did for Elven Kingdoms. So we'll probably be looking at doing an evil list. I am looking at how I would break up the Mordor, because there's just so much more. So much Mordor. So I'll have to have a think about how I'm going to break up the list and how I want to do it. But yeah, probably some sort of evil list, leaning towards something with the Great Eye, like Sauron-y type stuff, ring race. So should be a lot of fun. I'll be playing a lot of Mordor and Moranons for the most of August, September. So we'll see how we go. And we're still trying to get 1 episode out a month. So I've got 3 more days to get off another episode, so we'll see how we go with that.
Brilliant. Well, hopefully people keep their eyes peeled for, we'll probably be doing a video covering the top lists and top teams, and we'll get a full team, the winning team on the channel, perhaps. But otherwise, again, check out the Discord, subscribe, check out our sponsors, and from myself, from Tyler, from Kylie, to the wider MGG community, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.